Are your hot tools burning your hair extensions? Here's how to choose the right hot tools for your hair. Think the Dyson Airwrap is safe for your extensions? Think again. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how heat can damage your micro wefts and how you, whether you're a stylist or a client, can protect your extensions from melting or shedding. We get this question all the time. Can you use heat tools on extensions? The short answer is yes, but it has to be done correctly. When heat is used the wrong way, especially on micro wefts, you can literally melt the resin seam that holds the hair together. Here's why. Micro wefts are made with a proprietary resin adhesive. That resin gives the weft its shape and flexibility. But when it's exposed to excessive heat, it can soften, warp, or even melt. That means you can see weft slippage, residue, or shedding at the seam. And even though some tools like the Dyson Airwrap feel gentler, they still emit powerful bursts of heat that can damage the resin if used too close to the seam. Here's another thing most people don't realize. Air drying all the time isn't great either. Wet hair is heavy and fragile. If you're constantly leaving your extensions soaked, that extra weight and moisture can pull on the beads and wefts and weaken the seams over time. Here's the key difference between hand-tied wefts and micro wefts, and what you need to know about both. Hand-tied wefts don't contain resin or adhesive, so there's no bond line that can actually melt, but they can still swell or distort if exposed to too much moisture. Micro wefts, on the other hand, have a resin seam that gives them structure and durability, but that same resin can soften or melt under high heat. The takeaway is simple. Both types require mindful styling. Avoid direct heat on the seam and limit prolonged exposure to moisture to protect the integrity of the weft and longevity of the install. Let's talk about something most people don't think about. Yes, sweating and moisture can affect the durability of resin-based glue bonds on hair extensions. How much it affects them depends on the type of resin and how it was applied and your aftercare routine. Heat and moisture go hand in hand. Sweat is warm and slightly acidic. When combined with heat from your scalp, it can soften or weaken the resin bonds over time. Frequent swimming, long hot showers, or steam rooms can also cause breakdown since resin is not completely waterproof. Sweat mixed with hair products or natural oils can seep into the weft line, making them tacky or brittle as they dry. And because sweat can change the pH balance near your scalp, it can slowly degrade the resin bonds faster than if the area stays dry and balanced. After workouts or sweating, gently blow dry the bond area on a cool setting. Don't leave moisture sitting against the scalp. Use a clarifying shampoo occasionally to remove sweat, oil, and product buildup. This helps keep the weft from getting sticky or coated. Avoid harsh environments like hot yoga, steam rooms, and chlorinated pools when possible. They're especially tough on resin. And make sure your stylist spaces out your wefts correctly. If your wefts are too close together or too close to the scalp, heat and sweat can collect in those areas and break them down faster. Make sure you know where your rows are placed so you can do proper aftercare. Now, let's talk about what to do and what not to do. Use a heat protectant every single time, sprayed from the mid-lengths to ends, not on the seam. Choose tools with digital temperature control. Use the lowest effective heat setting. Section hair properly so the tool never clamps directly over the weft line. And move quickly. Don't hold heat in one place for too long. Let your hair air dry partially before finishing off with a hot tool. And finish with a cool pass to seal the cuticle. Don't press or clamp your flat iron or curling iron right on the seam. Don't max out the temperature higher. It doesn't mean better. Don't style wet hair from root to tip. It's too fragile when wet. Don't believe that air styling is automatically safer. Wet wefts can stretch and strain. Watch what happens here. When heat is applied too close to the micro weft line, you can actually see the resin edge is curling and softening. That's damage happening in real time. Now let's look at the safe example. The tool is kept just below the seam at a lower temperature and moved smoothly through the hair. No warping, melting, and a smooth finished look. Now, let's clear up a few common misconceptions. Isn't the Dyson Airwrap low heat and safer? Well, it feels cooler because of the airflow, but temperatures can still reach levels that soften resin, so it's not as safe as it seems when it's held too close. Can I just air dry my wefts all the time instead? Not exactly. Constantly air drying keeps the weft damp for too long. Wet wefts stretch, swell, and weaken over time. Controlled blow drying is actually healthier when done correctly. If my weft line gets damaged, can it be fixed? Well, sometimes, but not always. Once the resin melts, it often needs to be replaced or professionally repaired, so prevention is always the goal. Here are a few reminders before we wrap up. This guidance is based on best practices. Always follow the instructions from your stylist or the brand that you purchase your hair from. Stylists, test small sections first and use the lowest effective temperature. Clients, if you ever feel unusual heat, a burning smell, or feel like your weft is shedding, stop immediately and call your stylist. Heat styling doesn't have to be risky. It's all about understanding how your extensions are built and adjusting your technique. For stylists who want deeper training on safe extension methods, you can find advanced education inside of IBE. And for clients, you can find an IBE certified stylist near you using the IBE Stylist Locator. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, make sure to share it with your stylist or your clients. And remember, safe styling starts with knowing your tools, your wefts, and how they respond to heat and moisture.